It's near the end of April, and I'm just giving a little update on my garden, my front lawn wild garden. I've been practicing transplanting for the first time with little seedlings, most of which I soaked overnight in water and then either transplanted directly into the dirt, or I used this sort of paper towel technique. I thought I kind of devised it, but I guess it was based on, for me, these little carpety things that I bought from a dollar store. It was like a little mat that the seeds were impregnated in, and you were supposed to water them, and it was a bit of a disaster. It really didn't come out well at all. I just actually pulled them up today to get a look at them, see how they're doing, and most of them had like almost nothing happening at all. A few of them had some seedlings that were starting to come up, and I just transplanted them into this little container here, so see how those come up. I can't remember what they were. Some of them might have been, I think they were just wildflowers. So yeah, so that's where I got the idea of removing the seeds from the soaking and putting them on a wet paper towel. And that's what this is. You can see the paper towel poking through, and these little guys are coming up really well. I forget what they are. But, and then these were just sprinkled into each of these little pots, seeds directly in the pot, kept moist. Again, this was from the dollar store, sort of a hummus material. And I think that's oregano and basil. You can see these are quite wilted. That was when they got hit by the frost. I threw these carrots in for the fun, see what they would do. Here's another one with the paper towel. They're starting to come up. And then some more little pots. Anyways, over here, what I refer to as Betty's garden. Some different things coming up. As usual, I have no idea what it is. This is coming up well. This was the stuff that was when I opened up the area just after the snow was already looking very robust. It's been hit by a couple of frosts since then and still seems to be doing really well. Some plant over there, which I'm not sure what that is, but it's looking really good. And then one down in there. I'm not sure if that's a weed or something I planted last year coming up again. Anyways, all kinds of cool things coming up. The moss, which was looking so green and lush when I removed the leaves at the end of winter, is looking kind of brown and struggling. I think I've got animals that are knocking it out every so often as well, maybe getting the bugs from underneath. Here is oh God, I'm so bad with the names of these things. But the plant that Len Shea planted and which Betty gave me, and those are, I can't remember the name of them, but they're a really beautiful flower that comes up each year. So that's coming up, even though I stepped on it a few times, it's doing well. And then my little cactus, it got broken, I think because I stepped on it, but it's doing okay. And the broken piece, I moved to another pot, and I think it'll do okay as well. Here is my other garden. This is Gail's garden. All kinds of cool stuff coming up. That's coming up great, whatever that is. Look at these cool shoots coming up. Very cool. And my thyme. See, again, that was looking so great at the end of winter, and it's, I guess, with the frost, it's knocked it back a little bit. But anyways, it's just really cool to watch these different things emerging. There was another one here. This was doing so good. let's see, where is it? Right here. And the frost hit it a little bit. And then I started another little moss garden here in this log. So I'm still learning about moss and its challenges, how to take care of it. There's another one of the thymes, which I moved because it was on a walking path. That has not prevented me from stepping on it several times. And interesting. Now I had some wild violet coming up in several places, and be interesting. Hopefully that comes up again. Here is that plant that I've been watching. It was a purple plant I got from the nursery, and it's doing really well. And here's the lavender, and I think there's some new sprigs coming up on that. So that's managed okay with the frost as well. And of course, here's my worm bin buried under my compost heap. So I'll be digging that up once I get confident enough, even though it's like late April. It's still quite cool out, and probably still a chance of frost, so I'm going to wait a few more days before I open that up. And then there's this habitat I've created with all the lilac branches I pruned. And one thing that was kind of cool was I put this little pond in just to allow me to collect rainwater and to water my plants a little bit easier. So I had seen that in behind these bushes, or remnants of these plants from last year, I'd seen some movement. I thought it was like little fledgling birds. But anyways, one morning I came out and there was this little rodent that was swimming around. And so I rescued him. And anyways, he scurried back into the bushes here. And I guess that's what I had seen. So I'm not sure what it was. It kind of looked really adorable, actually. Like a large, it was kind of mouse-like, but it almost looked more like a gerbil. So I have no idea. It wasn't a vole, I don't think. And a little bigger than a good-sized mouse, but kind of really cute looking. So I'm looking forward to find out what the heck that was, and hopefully seeing him again. Because I think when I first saw them, I think I saw two of them. But anyways, one of the things that I think is so awesome was the idea was to create habitat. And it's this very kind of stuff that most gardens, of course, would remove. Oh, it doesn't look nice, like it's messy, but that's where these animals love to live. And if you want animals, I guess that's the kind of thing you want to preserve. So overall, really happy. Like my having fun with the experimenting with the transplants. They're going to be great, sprouting, and happy to see my gardens all coming up beautifully.